going?
We're live.
Neat. Okay, we're here. We're live. That's awesome. I totally forgot to give you my laptop so that we can double check the thing. That would be mine.
Turn it out.
My day job currently has me on call, so I can't turn it off. I can just try to ignore it and pray that nobody calls me.
My phone's dead, so no one can contact me.
I just kind of wish mine was. Yes.
So comics this week. Woo!
I'm gonna quickly run and grab the laptop so that we know if people are trying to contact us.
Okay, that sounds good.
I'm also gonna see if I can do it up on my phone.
Good luck trying to find the live stream. It took me forever last time. What's you didn't read Red One, right?
Nope.
Okay, so I'll start and I'll talk about Red One because I think I'm the only one that read it.
Okay.
So this came back after.
Oh, do you have it?
Do
you have the? Can you see the chat stream?
No.
Cool. That doesn't really help us. Anyways, Red One. It came back after a year of hiatus, which was kind of weird after 2 issues.
We're not broadcasting a video.
We're not broadcasting a video?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Nope.
Says we're broadcasting.
But there's like a...
We even have a viewer.
Probably me.
Oh. But there's a video there. So...
No video here.
Yeah, we thought we were all pro.
We thought we were.
We
Oh,
cursed
it's live now, according to...
Do you get a video up on your computer? Video there.
Yeah, no, I've got it live in Technicolor.
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
maybe it's just a phone.
We cursed live now, according to...
Never mind.
Do you get a video up on your computer? Video there.
Yeah, no, I've got it
It's
live
so weird watching ourselves and listening to ourselves.
Just gonna mute that.
Yes, I don't want to hear my
That's
voice.
Weird.
Nathan will be the
Please
one
do
that...
not look at and or close any of the various Word documents that are
Ooh,
down near the bottom
secret
there.
writings.
I've got novels and things that I work on. Speaking of which, Mercedes Catch finally coming out October.
Hey, I want an advanced reader copy.
Okay.
I also
Done.
want an advanced reader copy.
Okay.
Good.
Would you guys review it
Yes.
for Nerdcouverite?
Of course we would.
I would.
You're not allowed to be there.
No, I will not be at all.
Because that's
just weird.
Yeah, that would just be really, really weird.
She's like, yes, our review is honest.
No, I want the honest review. So.
Yay!
Welcome to Nerdcouverite After Dark.
Can you tell that we're like really fucking tired and
Really, I think
it's
all of
really
us-
late night? This is amazing.
Yep.
This is going to be our finest hour.
Yep. Because we have all been awake for a very long time.
Yes, I don't have to get up early, but you guys do. So,
Yeah. All right.
anyways,
Let's reframe that a bit. Try to get that a little lower. I'm also in the process of like cleaning my home and like reorganizing everything. So, yeah. The normal thing that I use to sort of keep the camera in place,
is not there.
I think I might have actually put it in my storage locker.
Oh, that was smart.
So I've got to go and get it out, and I feel bad. But yeah, comics.
That's good.
Yeah.
Comics.
Oh, Aaron, do you want to tweet up our special guest watcher?
Sure.
Guest watcher.
Yes.
Oh well, no, he wants to send a link once it's done because he's gonna
Yes.
work on The Woods number 27 while listening to us talk about The Woods.
The Woods.
Oh, that's right.
Anyways, so let's get this on the
Let's
road
get this
because we all need some sleep.
I gotta go to bed.
Yes. Red One by the Dodsons and Xavier Dorison. It was 2 issues last year, and then it went on a year break. And number 3 finally came out.
It's already been a year since
Yeah, I know, right?
I feel like those just came out.
Me too. But yeah, I started reading it. And I had no idea what happened. I completely forgot everything. So it took me a while to get back on track. Obviously, the artwork is fantastic. And the story is like continuing on from number 1 and 2, which was basically the Russians send a spy to become a superhero in America. and basically like do propaganda for them as an American superhero. And of course, she's like this really hot girl or woman who's trying to infiltrate the porn industry.
Boy.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
I guess at the end of issue 2, or like in the middle of issue 2, she meets this guy who's like this porn filmmaker, and now she's working for him, and they're doing like this porn parody of a movie called The Farm, which is like apparently revered as a movie straight from God.
Oh God. See.
Yeah.
So-
I was actually really confused because I didn't remember a lot of it, and there's a fuckload of text. Like
Yeah.
it took
Oh, yeah,
me
that's a lot.
almost an hour to read this because there's just so much
That's
dialogue.
so long.
But it's interesting, and I really love the art. So
I really loved the first 2. I somehow missed the fact that the 3rd issue was finally out. So now I'm going to have to go and read that. But you say The Farm, they're doing a porn version of that. And the immediate thing that comes into mind, I worked at a porn store for a couple of years.
of course you did.
Yeah, of course.
I did.
No, I know
Tom's,
you did.
yeah.
I knew you back then.
Yeah.
You did.
Tom's Video. We had like all of the normal movies, and then we had 80,000 different porn titles. It was the second largest collection of porn at the time in North America, topped only by the other Tom's Video.
Somewhere in America.
Grandview Highway,
Oh.
also in beautiful Vancouver.
We like our porn apparently.
Yeah, well, the first thing that pops into mind is us farmers know our way around hose and hose.
No.
And I feel bad and dirty, and I just, yeah. Now I've been triggered. Where's the bowl of candy?
I don't know, where is the bowl of candy, Aaron?
It's, I'm cleaning. Everything is reorganized.
Well, let's talk about something else then. Let's talk Skyborn.
Ooh, I didn't get to pick it up.
It's really good. Like, it's really, really good.
So it's apparently like a retelling of King Arthur in modern day times. I think?
It's okay.
Yeah, I have it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh God. So it's the main characters are the children of the biblical Lazarus. So Lazarus is raised from the dead by Jesus, and he goes off wherever. But the 3 kids are each immortal, invulnerable, and super strong. And so they've become some sort of secret agent thing where they're attempting to save the world from various other supernatural things. And apparently King Arthur is going to come back in New York. And so they've actually tracked down Excalibur.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get Excalibur out of whatever place it happens to be. And they get attacked by Merlin.
Merlin.
And Merlin just kicks ass. Merlin is awesome. Artwork is really pretty. Writing is really solid. The dialogue's a lot of fun.
Written and drawn by Frank Cho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colors by the looks of it.
It's Frank Cho by somebody else, but almost everything in this is Frank Cho.
Marcia Menez.
It's really, I really liked it. I
Mhm.
thought,
I'm very intrigued.
yes.
I really want to know where
liked
it's going.
She didn't even really have a name, did she?
Just
She went
Grace.
Oh, okay.
Grace Skyborn.
Grace Skyborn. She was really freaking awesome.
And I love the opening thing with the guy just falling from the plane.
Yeah.
And just being like, ugh.
A fun fact I heard about this series is that apparently the covers from these
Mhm.
are unused Wonder Woman covers
Oh,
because Frank Cho left Wonder Woman
yeah.
because of the
Creative differences.
very like people freaked out, or I guess Greg Rucka freaked out at the slight panty line that they cut out, and then Frank Cho freaked out because they cut out the panty line, and I saw it, I was like, it just looks like shorts. It was just on Frank Cho's artwork, just on Wonder Woman's butt.
Yeah.
People were unhappy about that. And so
I did see like the full cover, and I
Yeah.
did feel like it wasn't really appropriate for Wonder Woman.
Guess
Like
there have been worse.
there has been. I think the main thing is that they're really trying to change the image of Wonder Woman, so she's not just like a sex symbol.
That's fair.
So I think that's kind of why Greg Rucka had an issue with it. And then obviously as an artist, you feel really horrible when your work is altered and cropped. So
I remember Sean Murphy had that problem when he did the Batman Beyond cover a few years back, and I think he almost like stormed out of DC stuff because they cropped his cover.
yeah.
But now he's getting his own Batman book, so
Yay!
I'm so excited.
Sometimes things work out for the best,
Mhm.
and that's good.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I like Skywalker.
So did I. I thought it was great. Really intriguing premise. I'm curious to see where it goes. It's very James Bond.
Yes. It is.
It feels a lot like the Warren Ellis James Bond book, which is a good thing because that book is incredible.
It's only a 5-part miniseries now, so I don't know.
Everything Boom does is like a limited series.
Yeah, I think they only have like a few ongoing stuff. Like obviously like
Giant Days.
Giant Days was one.
Well, Giant Days was a webcomic.
Yeah.
For like
a long time.
More than a decade. It was Scary Go Round and Bad Machinery. Both of which are fantastic, by the way. John Allison is incredible. Long time fan. So when I found out like he was doing Giant Days for Boom, I was like got all excited. It was like, I need all of it now.
I feel like the majority of Boom's titles that are ongoing are all like licensed stuff, like Power Rangers, Over the Garden Wall, like those kind of things. And I think The Woods is one of the only ongoing like independent titles that they have.
The Woods was even visualized initially as having like a finite end. So again, like Boom does stories that have a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah.
Even something as incredibly epic as like Fall of Cthulhu or Hexed, like when that started, we knew that eventually it was going to come to a close.
Yeah.
And then hopefully there would be more of it later.
Like
I feel that with Skyborn, like you could definitely do like the James Bond style of blockbuster movie kind of thing. So like you do Skyborn 1 and then you Skyborn 2, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
and like Joyride as well was initially only 4-part miniseries, and then issue 1 and 2 like did so well that they're just like extend it. So now it's an ongoing one.
Hacktivist,
yeah. 2 different storylines for that.
I love
Thank God.
Hacktivist so much.
Yes, I hope they do.
It's on my list. It's on my list of comics to get to.
Oh my God, yeah. Please read that.
Okay. And then another one I picked up was Glitter Bomb #1 by Jim Zub, written by Jim Zub with art by. Oh, I can't see that.
That's a long name. It's got a.
You're good with.
I'm good with names. You're like, I can't even get James Tinian right.
Tynan. That's only because I talked to him at Emerald City about that in particular.
Oh,
I just followed
Jabril.
Yeah.
Jabril Morris at fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's that simple.
So the D is silent.
Well, no, it's a subtle pronunciation.
Okay.
So it's like the TZ sound in a lot of the Middle Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah. It's Jabril. But yeah, this is fantastic.
Yes.
So like body horror, Cthulhu style stuff mixed with like the cult of celebrity popularity, because you can't spell culture without cult. And like this is just like it's heartbreaking and horrifying and perfect.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I saw a little bit of a preview of it at Emerald City Comic Con, and I was really excited for it when he showed me. So basically, it's about a actress who is considered too old to be like,
She's like 30.
Yeah, she's too old to be in like the new hot parts, and she's like super desperate to get a job because she has a kid to support and she just can't land any parts. So she basically decides she's going to kill herself and goes into the ocean to drown herself. And then she's like attacked by this.
She's not attacked.
Parasite. She's not attacked.
It's not an attack. It's a recognition.
But she gets like stabbed in the stomach.
She doesn't get stabbed. It goes into her.
Yeah.
It's very Sean.
Becomes it becomes a part of her. It's looking for a way in. and that's it plays to the idea of Lovecraftian horror, like cosmic horror, very, very well, because again, you've got like all of that Dagon watery imagery, and you've got the leaking tendrils of whatever, like something just incomprehensible.
Yeah.
And I love this stuff.
Yeah. Well, so she doesn't get attacked, but there's like a parasite or an alien that goes into her, and she now can kill people with this thing in her tongue.
But she doesn't know it.
Yeah, she like blacks out when she gets really emotional or angry.
It's well, even the creature itself says, give me something to destroy. Show me your loss, your anger, your despair. Give me something to hurt. So on one hand, it's almost protective of her, while at the same time just being generally horrible.
Yeah.
Because it operates so far outside of any human concept of morality. Which, I mean, it's just like she shows up at home and after killing like her first kill, and she's covered in blood, and she's just like, it's a nosebleed.
It's a nosebleed.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
she
my
doesn't
excuse.
know.
Yeah, when I'm covered in blood of my enemies, I'll just say,
it's sometimes, you wake up, your hands are covered in blood, you have no idea where you've been, and you're just like,
I haven't seen the other day.
It must have been a paper cut or something.
Yeah.
We as humans have an amazing ability to describe away.
It's like Sean Murphy meets like Raphael Albuquerque.
I really liked it because it's kind of like a mixture of Western style, but also like old school anime.
What's Jim's up?
Well, I know, but
it's
like the
weird,
artist. There's this one panel, I think it's where she's like over the sink and she's washing her face, and it looks just like Escaflowne. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my god, memories. So I really liked that.
I remember the name.
Hitomi.
Yeah, but the artist for Akira.
Yeah.
And like Sean Murphy. Like these are like influences I'm seeing like here. A little bit of Raphael Albuquerque with like the more really like, where's the one? This page here really, it's like looks like very Raphael Albuquerque, very like you can see artistic influences here, and it's really it's just a great fusion of a lot of different like great artists.
really good color.
It really works for the story, I think. But yeah, I definitely really like that one. And then the last one I picked up is also very important to me. Alters, number 1, because it's the first trans superhero.
Yep.
And I think that's fucking fantastic.
Oh my god.
So,
yes.
I was kind of worried because it's really hard to like find really good representation of transgender issues.
It's almost impossible.
Yeah. And I know like a lot of people were just like boycotted because it's written by a cis white male. And I was like, oh my god. But I thought Paul Jenkins did a fantastic job with it.
No argument.
And then, yeah, I honestly was just floored by how well it was written. I love the artwork a lot too. I think it's really cute.
I thought it was gorgeous. I thought they did a brilliant job with the characterization. We get a lot of narration from the perspective of our main character, who is trans, and what's going on with her. She's male to female, and she's started doing the drugs. So the hormone treatment is about to kick in, kind of thing.
Her family doesn't know.
Nope. About either of the things. She's just gained superpowers, and superpowers are a new thing in this world. It's only been recent. So we're getting all kinds of very, very interesting stuff, and we know through hints that the entire landscape of that America and that world has changed. There's a guy named Matter Man, and we don't really know what his powers are yet, other than he is horrifying. We know that people are making a lot of mistakes figuring out how to use their powers or when their powers to even activate. Like one guy wakes up and is composed entirely of antimatter and accidentally murders 5,000 people in Chicago. Our main character herself flows into a wall in her face because she couldn't figure out how to steer, and she's making fun of other people who have like flown up into space without realizing that you know how to steer while flying. So there's a lot of very cute little moments that sort of hint at a larger world.
Mhm.
I really, really like that. I liked the way that it played politics, but also played to the psychology of what was going on.
Yeah.
And it kind of gets to the heart of why the X-Men were so good to begin with, and what I think Marvel has forgotten about why the X-Men worked, because it was the idea of here's this minority that's been denigrated for no good reason, and they're striving to be the best version of themselves anyway. And that's what Chalice feels like. And I love it. I really loved everything in that comic. What we were talking earlier about.
There was two things that I know some people have issues with. One of them I had an issue with. And Joel, we talked about it. But so Chalice has some brothers, and one of them, they're talking about how Chalice has lost a lot of weight, and their mother was just like, her father was just like, oh, are you on like the juice diet still? And then the brother's just like, no, he's on some Hollywood homo diet. And I know like some people took that as kind of like a negative thing, but then like immediately the mom chastised the brother. It's just like, we don't use that kind of language here. And I don't think like that was the writer trying to be like, oh, like, homo diets. It was basically saying like the brother has like homophobia to him, and that's going to be a struggle that Chalice is going to have to overcome, because clearly like there's a prejudice in her own siblings, and for her to come out as trans is going to be like a pretty big deal. So I think that was basically a setup of like the family has that kind of prejudice to them.
Yeah, no, I would never consider that like a writer being homophobic. A writer will always, a writer has to inhabit the minds of people that don't have their views.
I write, like that's kind of what I do, and there are many characters that I've written that I do not agree with in this
You have
the perspectives of those characters. They have to feel honest, and because otherwise you're setting up straw man arguments. So you need to understand what the opposing viewpoint is, and if you're unwilling to test the things you believe against the other philosophies, then you don't really understand the things that you believe. Which I'm going to go out on a limb here and say isn't okay. The quote that a lot of people like to do is from Rene Descartes, who said, I think, therefore I am. But people forget the first part of that quote is, I doubt, therefore I think. Doubt is important. You need to test the things that you believe in, because you could be wrong. And it's okay to be wrong. It's not okay to be wrong and insist that you are right. And part of that means that you are going to run into things and run into situations where you're wrong. And again, that's okay. It's okay to not know any better. And it's actually important to see that represented in fiction. Because we draw so much of ourselves from fiction, and we learn how to handle situations that we don't feel comfortable talking about in real life through fiction. So again, like, this comic is incredible and vital for setting something like that up. So the other comment is we meet Matterman, and he's awful. He's a terrible human being. Self-described. I love this. The first thing you should remind yourselves is that I'm an unreasonable maniac with a hair-triggered temper. Thank you. Thank you, you blithering idiot. Look at the way this guy has set himself up. Show. Okay, so this is the guy here. And so he's put himself in like a captain's jacket with the anti-lay, and like, what the hell is this guy wearing? Yeah, no, he's doing all of the things that he thinks should gain him authority and power, right? He'd be a joke if he wasn't dangerous.
Yeah.
So he's setting himself up as, you need to be scared of me. So I'm going to use words that I know they scare you. I don't necessarily know what they mean, but they scare you. So he says that he's going to declare jihad. And I get why people are going to be like, oh God, no, like you can't use that word. That word is bad. And that word is bad. It's a bad word. But in this context, this guy is playing to the idea of subconscious fears, the idea that the things that dwell in the back of our head because we hear them so often repeated in media, but we don't really understand what they mean. That's exactly who this guy is. He's fear. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who this guy in the back is. The guy in the hood. I don't know. I think he looks cool.
I'm sure we'll learn.
Yeah, we'll get a lot of detail. But yeah, he's awful. And so when he's using an awful word in an awful way, that's intentional. It's another one of those things of separate the writer from the writing. And understand that characters are going to do things that the writer might not necessarily approve of, but the writer is making a point. And that's exactly what's going on with this character. So, yeah, I love everything in this comic. I love everything in this comic. Paul James did such a good job with this, and the artwork is just gorgeous. It's so pretty, and like even in character facial expressions, a lot of the time, like just how the transformation between things, like even just as far as like facial expression and body language, from one segment to the next. That's such a put upon stance, right? Just that I don't feel
yeah.
Awesome. Small details mean so much, and yeah, there are no small things.
I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be a great series, so I hope it continues to be as good as issue 1.
Fingers crossed.
What do we got 2 left?
Well, I'm going to also mention a couple of other things.
I forget that you have your list online.
Because I definitely want to talk about Nail Biter.
Sure. What Nathan picked up this week.
4 DC titles!
Because somebody has to read them. So.
I read them in trade.
I read Supergirl.
Supergirl.
Yeah.
Supergirl number 1.
It's super cute.
Look, well, I'm just going to start out with that the artwork is like so good. Like from the start, when this was announced at like their first big press announcement of all the titles, the second I saw this cover, I was just like in, and then I heard Steve Orlando was writing it. And I just like, well, he writes good things.
Yeah, like the whole body language, facial expression thing.
Yeah,
perfect in this book.
Ship out to Harvard.
Oh yeah, so I guess a quick rundown of what happens. We're introduced to Supergirl dealing with her normal life as Kara Danvers. We have to keep in mind now in New 52 in this rebirth continuity, Supergirl has been around for a few months. So yeah, again, that's still one of my issues. I would have preferred if she just said like a year or something, because she's been involved with a lot of this main Superman stuff going to New 52, which I know is mostly garbage. So I'm okay to disregard it pretty much, as much as possible, because hell on earth, H''E''L. Yeah, there's a lot of garbage in Superman for the New 52 if it was not written by Grant Morrison, Scott Snyder, or Greg Pak. To be fair, it was written by Greg Pak.
Pretty much all the New 52 was garbage, to the point where DC pretty much apologized for it. But this,
yeah, so we see her dealing with the powers and just her general frustration of being in a new world that's so behind the culture that she's used to. Like, she commented several times how she's learning how to drive her car, and she's like, this makes no sense. It doesn't fly. It's like internal combustion. Like, we got rid of this eons ago, and like trying to deal with simple machines like a light box for light box in class. She doesn't get how to use anything.
Also, Cat Rat. cash scene on the train.
So only Supergirl scene is she hears trouble and she runs off to save a train full of people from some criminals, and she succeeds. But then Cat Grant pops up, and it's hilarious. She's just like, "Do you know how important I am?"
Yeah, that's literally Cat Grant's response to our idiot thieves like pointing guns at a child.
Yep.
Like all these people are very clearly just here's a smoke screen. They were after me.
They're after me. I'm so important. Like they have my veins, and I'm already shutting them down. You just came in and ruined it all. I was about to like interrogate them. How dare you? She's like, "All right, lady, whatever." And then she gets in trouble because her boss is the CEO. Actually, I know I haven't watched Supergirl TV show, but fans of the show are gonna love this. I love this, and Supergirl's pretty much been rebranded
as
the TV show,
which is really, really smart on the part of DC.
So I think the one, although this is a more inexperienced Supergirl to the world versus like Supergirl TV show who's been there since a childhood, but this is one that's brand new, like apparently. And I never thought to me in my head, which I love that Steve Orlando pointed out, is Kara has an accent. Because English is not her first language, so she has Kryptonian accents, was something in my head has never occurred to me.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. And people like comment on she's like, she has such a weird accent. And then the one feeling there is that because of the way, I guess actually it's almost counterpoint to whenever I complain about the way Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor write Harley Quinn with the accent.
Mm-hmm.
This is almost the opposite, which is like I kind of wish that it was written with a bit weaker structure because, like, I guess she's super smart, but she's still kind of new to the language. So, like, people are saying, I can barely understand her when during this whole thing, nobody she talks to seems to have. That's my one gripe, is that nobody she talks to has trouble understanding her, yet we hear from teenagers, like from other characters not interacting with her directly, is that she's very hard to understand.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one very minor thing because again, you can't edit all our work.
You're making this character be indecipherable.
Yeah.
So that's probably one of the reasons that they are doing a physical representation of it. But there are ways around that too, where you just have to be like, I can't understand this. You make it clear from the get-go that, it sounds weird. Her English is quite good, like her enunciation is good, but it's very clear that English is her second language, and there is a strong accent that nobody can place.
Right, fair. All right, I'll retract my criticism. Otherwise, then it's really pretty much a very solid review. Again, mostly an introduction, continuing, where you don't need to read the Reaver special to pick this up, because pretty much everything that is actually relevant to this is explained here. So you don't read it, the Reaver issue, because it's still pretty solid, but you don't need it. You don't need to know anything about Supergirl to read this because it literally gets everything straight out there, everything that she's been through that matters, as in pretty much Final Days of Superman. It's all that really applies to this character.
Yeah.
As well as we get a nice homage to All-Star Superman #1 in the opening 3 pages, which I found super cool.
They did a really good job with that comic.
Yeah. This was
a good piece with it.
Yeah, this has been one of my most anticipated books.
It wasn't until I read The Rebirth comic that we talked about that.
No.
And that totally changed my mind. It got me really, really interested in this villain.
Since I saw this cover, I've been waiting for this book to come out, and I was highly impressed. We'll keep it in the super trend, and I'll talk about Superman #6, the finale to the first, to the opening storyline of the Superman story. Superman series by Peter Tomasi and Patrick Gleason, with a nice cover by Doug Monkey here, interior artwork by Gleason. So pretty much a beautiful slugfest. It's mostly fighting in this, but it's just the artwork is broken down. I guess I'll show you. There's just Gleason really just pulls out all the stops in this issue and just does a great job of, from the get-go, of leading the eye here, like in a fight scene where it goes down a cavern, but like splicing out different shots. It was just like great story, great characterization. Tomasi's really nailed this pre-New 52 Superman this entire series. And just, I've loved like Gleason's artwork, since Batman and Robin, because that's also one of my favorite arcs. Because again, similar premise with having a Batman rather than Batman and Son, we have Superman and Son. And we just have some great like iconic imagery throughout like this whole issue, like this page here. Just like a really just like awesome look with the like S symbol in the sky. It's a nice close up of Superman, and like even some nice crypto spoilers. Crypto's alive.
Yay! Because I was so upset when Crypto got eaten.
But even in that issue, when Crypto did get eaten, Solicits came out that week, and you read Solicits, Crypto was mentioned in that month's Solicits text. So like, all right, I guess he's fine. Yeah, probably my favorite moment of the issue is this splash page here, where the world finally sees, because after the events of Action Comics' first arc, nobody trusts the new Superman because, Superman just died, and now randomly he's there, and there's like Clark Kent who's not Superman, and this world knows that Clark Kent's Superman. Mm-hmm. So we have this fantastic shot of Superman on the moon with the American flag in the background in space. It was just like so old school iconicism there, and it was just just great. And then we get pretty much Superman's ends off in a nice moment with him talking to his son, saying, "Hey, like we need to adopt a secret identity for you. Like I adopt a secret identity because you're still growing and people are aware of you after our fight with the Eradicator." And just the issue ends off with Superman being like, "There's something you gotta do. I'm going to fully help you embrace it." And we introduce the Justice gets introduced to Superboy with a nice logo. A nice logo there to introduce him, not like when he was introduced, like when I first called him Superboy and Lois and Clark, where it was just Superboy. This is the actual logo. So I guess there's probably a Superboy book in the works somewhere.
Eventually down the line.
Yeah. Sorry, I just saw Constantine, and I'm like, really? Yeah. Yes, I want this Blu-ray. I really like that TV show.
I haven't watched the TV show. I should. I saw the episode of Arrow where he pops up, and I'm like, you're the best part of this. I also read Nightwing #4. Also a conclusion to the first fucking story arc. And it was pretty solid. Like, probably the weakest so far of the series, and this has been my favorite series, like, from Go. So, I was like a little let down with some of the resolution. Like, it was still nicely packed up, lots of action. Definitely highlighted the moments at the end of the issue. Dick finally comes back from his mission and he talks to Bruce, and Bruce kind of goes like, "How dare you work with a criminal and not take him in afterwards? What are you doing?" And Dick just like goes at him and be like, "You know what? I think you're so Bruce Nightwing's better than Batman is, and Nightwing can walk the light and dark line," which is what he says, but Batman can't because he's too afraid that if you go into the dark, you won't come back. I can walk the line. And then, the Raptor character who's been a mentor to Nightwing through this whole arc, which he's been a pretty interesting character. You get more information on him in the end of what his allegiances really lie. I'm really interested to see where the story goes from here with the Raptor character and just Nightwing's overall purpose going forward from here. Seems like, again, this series has been doing great so far. Being a good solid superhero, like new addition of Dick Grayson as a superhero and as a continuation of where he was at Grayson. So still one of my top books that we've read so far. And the last thing I picked up this week, which surprised the heck out of me with how much I actually liked it, was Batman #6. And me and I have gone on a lot about how much we do not like this series. Well, this actually makes me go, oh, here's the Tom King I've been looking for these past 6 issues. Yeah, it's still not the best thing, but like I was still pleasantly surprised that it starts off the book's mostly set from the perspective of Gotham Grove and it's going. It's got a little more nuts since the end of issue 5. Oh my god! She's just she flies around doing heroics, but it opens with her shaving her head because that's why the weakest moment was like you have to. Damage has to shave her head, so that's like one thing that I was like, That's my one biggest complaint of the issue. It's just like, really, you gotta. It's just like, yeah, it's a little overdone. But yeah, it was like she's flying around doing good deeds and saving people, but she's talking to her brother the whole time she does it. And it's pretty much following Gotham Girl around, and Batman kind of in the background and be like, how do I deal with this? And kind of Batman goes like, Alfred, what did you do after my parents died? How did you help me? And Alfred had a great response to this scene in character, but still bluntly out of character. It's like, you dressed up as a giant bat beating up people at night. Do you think I really helped?
Excellent.
Yeah, so that's fair. Yeah. And the issue kind of, well, in the great, fantastic sequence that happens is that Batman confronts Gotham Girl, and I guess spoilers, I'm going to go full spoilers on the show with you. Batman unmasks himself to Gotham Girl and says, like, I understand. Like, I understand the pain you're going through. Like, you feel like the only person you talk to is your brother. Well, I can never talk to my father. I can only talk to my mother. And I still talk to her. On that night they died, she was covered in blood and dying, but I still talked with her until people came. And I still do talk to her sometimes. And I'm going to get you the help you need. And the issue ends off. And now this actually makes me almost excited to keep reading the story. It's got to be reinvigorated to actually keep reading the series. I was like ready to drop this.
I did.
So, yeah.
Now I'm relatively curious.
Yeah, I was ready to drop it after the last few issues. And it's all with Batman making a deal with Amanda Waller to run a Suicide Squad mission for her in order to help cure Gotham Girl of the fear she's been infected with because of Psychopather.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's intriguing.
Yeah. And the artwork in this issue is done by Ivan Reis of Justice League and Aquaman, Brightest Day. One of like top A-list talent that I wish was the lead artist on this book instead of David Finch. And it was a beautiful issue. I got to show you guys. The cover I have here is the variant by Tim Sale. There's also a pretty solid cover by David Finch. But just the artwork. So yeah, this is the sequence. She has her head a little dumb. But just from go, his artwork is fantastic, and the colors did an amazing job on this. Like,
wow, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's a great spread.
Can you show the camera the cityscape?
Yeah, this great, fantastic double-page spread of Gotham Girl overlooking the city.
This one?
Yeah.
Just make it not so good.
Yeah, I would. Even like close-ups like this that he does, like we have like Gotham Girl like eating tears and that. I just thought that was a nice visual. And we just see her like beating up Kite Man. Kite Man makes an appearance and Gotham Girl just immediately just wrecks him. It was great.
Oh God!
I gotta pull the page up. It was hilarious. Actually, even like it shows Batman in the shadow here, it just hanging out. It was just fantastic coloring and just like shading and everything. Great. Just a really solid art team. Whereas the page here is one of the funniest things I've seen in so long in the comic. Anyways, yes. Reese Charles really insane cabin. There we go. Hey man, where you just flies into a window. He's like, hey man, hell yeah. That's all he says. And then,
Oh my God.
yeah, and then Gotham Girl gets there, and then we get the like beautiful sequence of them talking, demasking, and talking to each other, and nice hug. And actually, I love what the colors did on this page where they left the color trails off at the edges of the panels, which on my first read, I was just like, did somebody forget to finish coloring? And I was like, no, this is just a really great artistic choice.
Yeah.
It's really highlighting everything. And then we have the last like page of a very intimidating Batman talking to Amanda Waller.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You're like, you need to go get Bane and Psychopirate from Santa Prisca.
That's very much my deal with Samantha Waller.
Yes, it is.
Which I'm perfectly okay with because she was the best part of that movie. She was.
I want to know. Still haven't seen it.
So you can check a review of that movie out on the Nerdcouverite channel where we ripped it the hell apart.
And so where do pretty much a lot of these stories go from here? Well, for the next like just a month total. It's the next 2 issues of Batman Detective Comics. Well, one more issue of Detective Comics, but for the second half of September and first half of October, Batman, Nightwing, and Detective Comics are going into Monster Men crossover. So it sounds pretty cool, which is being co-written by Steve Orlando with each of the writers, art by Riley Rossmo and a bunch of others, yes, for the Batman issues, and then Roy Antonio and others. And then after the crossover, we'll get the arc that he does, I Am Suicide. So my faith in Tom King's Batman has been restored after this one. Really looking forward to where he goes from here.
Excellent.
No, that sounds really good. Yes. Great stuff from DC this week. Looking forward to where everything goes from here.
Before I really get into anything, I need to know, Nate,
Yes.
are you caught up with Nailbiter?
Leave the room.
Because I want to talk to Nailbiter, and I don't want to spoil it. I still really want that Batgirl with a motorcycle.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay, without getting into any spoilers, for the sake of me and
Because
anybody that hasn't read Nailbiter, because I'm not willing to spoil this comic. I'm not. I don't want to. It's so good. We learned some horrifying stuff last month. Yes.
I want to know, but I have to wait for the trade. This comes up.
We learned the origin point of the Buckaroo Killers. We learned what started it. We learned why there's a temple underneath the lake, and the temple is fake. We learned about the caverns. We learned a lot of stuff. Actually, massive exposition dump in the frame of Nailbiter taking his daughter Alice to the place and being like, no, I know you got the fascination, I know you're curious, and I know that you're a viable candidate. But no, I cannot let the darkness that has devoured me take you. And it's such a beautiful moment, and it's so chilling combined with what the FBI agent and the sheriff end up learning. And the two of them are set against each other, these two scenes, and it's mortifying. The stuff that it gets and chilling is so well done. Josh Williams is unreal, and the art is so spot on perfect with how it plays with transition. Nailbiter had a crossover with Hackslash a while back that some people know about and some people don't. Main character of Hackslash is she's basically a Buffy the Vampire Slayer sort of thing, who just outright murders anything she comes across, and she's great. She's crossed over with like Army of Darkness. She's crossed over, I think, with Punisher once or twice. But crossover with Nailbiter when the Nailbiter himself, Craig, is confronted with one of the other Buckaroo Killers. And he ends up getting a character from Hackslash to go after this other killer. We find out that killer didn't die in that crossover. We find out that killer is actually the guy in the mask, the horrifying murderer that's been running around. So there's this ongoing grudge between the Nailbiter and that guy. And that guy is like, well, there's 3 things you need to go through in order to become a Buckaroo Killer. And so we get what that is, and we get some really horrifying stuff. It's brilliant. And I don't want to say anymore because I don't want to spoil it, but it's
Just read it.
so good. Just read it. Just please read it so we can talk about this shit.
And just come into the store and sit down and read them.
Yeah.
Read back issues.
Just do it, man, please, because I don't want to spoil it for you, but you need to read these comics. They're so good.
No, I do. I love Nailbiter.
No.
Mike Henderson's artwork is so good. And Josh Williamson just has such a good story. He's doing a really solid job on Flash.
It's got a new one coming out called Frostbite.
Yes, it does. And he's writing first Justice League. He's writing Justice League versus Suicide Squad. Which is the first big rebirth event.
Nice.
Okay, why Jason Baylock and Tony
I'm actually curious.
That's good.
I kind of want to read that. It's showing. It's pretty much going weekly. It's like a weekly event. Weekly series in December and January.
Very cool.
Or twice, going to come out twice in December, and then all 4 and come across all the weeks in January. I think that's what the press release said about it. I'm super excited for it.
I think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I did put it on that. And now that I do, I kind of want to read it. Yeah. And that's going to spawn the second Justice League series, new Justice League America series, which is being written by Steve Orlando.
Okay, yeah, I'm in. But it certainly sounds better than everything Marvel is doing.
Yep. You notice one company.
Yeah, I talked this week. And, it's well, Silk is good. Silk is really good.
It's great.
I can. Moon Girl is Devil Dinosaur is amazing. Doctor Strange is really good. Actually, when I do like a top 10 list for LiveNerdLife.com, and it came down to like Doctor Strange and Ultras, and the Ultras thing just sounded so cool that I was like, no, I'm gonna get excited about that. Yeah. I'm really glad I loved it.
I just hit the microphone. So. I think when Marvel relaunches again, back to Marvel Now, I'll probably start reading a few titles. But right now, it's just like Civil War as well.
Well, that's just it. The only good thing to come out of Civil War so far was Justin Trudeau showing up in Civil War. So the Canadian Prime Minister shows up in Civil War and basically says, your crossover is dumb. And that is Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, is like summons Alpha Flight, the Canadian version of the Avengers. It's like, go out and here's the information and you need to stop it. And pretty quiet. And I never saw Minority Report. And Justin Trudeau calls Alpha Flight into his office and goes, okay, this is dumb. This is stupid. And I don't feel comfortable with you guys going and attacking people for things they haven't done. That's not cool. On the other hand, you are heroes and you have saved the country a number of times, so you've bought a lot of leeway, and I trust you to make the right decision. Which isn't listening to Captain Marvel. You can go, I've got a country to run. And then we find out that Justin Trudeau and Tony Stark have like weekly boxing and just spar. And it's really funny because the two of them are kind of going at it, and Justin is very clearly much better at this than Tony is. And so he just keeps hitting him and going, sorry, I'm spot on perfect. And Tony is trying to like subtly work him for information while they're sparring. And Trudeau, of course, sees through it and just pounds him in the face. And then helps him up and is...
And then Tony Stark's just like, ooh, you smell nice.
Oh, wait, no, we deal to that because first it's Justin helps him up and it's like, so Carol is wrong. Miss Marvel is horribly wrong in what she's doing. And Tony goes, yeah, that's why you've got to help. And Justin is like, no, I don't have to help you because you're also wrong. The two of you need to like sit down like adults and maybe talk and sort your shit out. And Tony's like, my friend died. And Justin hugs him. He just brings him in. It's like, it's going to be okay. You're going to figure this out. You always do. And Tony's like, you smell nice. The two of them just sort of walk off, and it's beautiful. And you get the leader of Alpha Flight in the foreground as the two of them are walking away. She's sort of just come in and discovered this, and she's crying. And it's just a really pretty moment. It must have been a fucking awful crossover event. I hated Civil War 1, and this one is better than Civil War 1. That is not setting the bar very high.
I like the urban.
Yeah,
but it's just stupid. The Marquez got a nice softness to it, but I just like more.
I'm going to be glad when the stupid event is over. And then it's taken over every freaking book. The only like Marvel comics I'm reading right now don't tie to Civil War because I don't care about Civil War, and I actively am apathetic about it. And I keep coming across it anyway because I keep going, it can't be as bad as I think it is. And then I read it, and it's worse. And it's just like, wow.
Yeah, I'm not caught up to date on Civil War 2, but so far what I can gather is that there's no discussion about this because at least Civil War 1 sparks actual side choosing. There's nothing. No talk of this.
Oh no, we are getting side choosing now, but it's all dumb. Here's the premise. All right, here's what we're getting, and so there is an Inhuman because we don't do mutants anymore. Mutants are bad because Fox is getting rid of the X-Men.
Humans are great. Love them.
We don't. We really don't. But
really don't.
There's a new Inhuman named Ulysses or whatever, how it's pronounced.
Ulysses.
I got other, okay. But he's got prophetic powers where he can see bad things in the future. The thing is, anytime that they stop a bad thing from happening, something worse happens instead. And they haven't put the two together yet.
Okay.
So instead, we're just getting the heroes being like, we're going to go in pre-crime and stop people from doing the things that we can't prove that they were going to do because we don't really have any understanding. And it's always going to result in something worse. So the very first thing they get is Thanos shows up on Earth. And they're like, oh, Thanos, we need to go stop him. So they go and they stop him and War Machine dies. But if they hadn't gone to stop Thanos, what we know is that Thanos would have shown up and left. So now they've got Thanos as a captive, and Thanos seems to think this is the funniest shit. And it's just like, wow, all of you people are dumb.
Yeah.
Like, all of you are very stupid. And yeah, I'm so done with heroes fighting heroes. I don't want to see heroes fighting heroes. Like, there's just, it's not interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I get that, when you're 5 or 6 years old, it's fun to bang your toys together. And I get, like, when you're even in your teens or even our age, like, it's interesting to go, oh, well, I wonder who would win in this fight, right? Like, you sit around and you talk about that with your friends. But
you don't
want to see it.
Yeah.
It's an interesting hypothetical. It's an interesting conversation starter. Who wins, Luffy D Monkey or Naruto?
Naruto. Just saying.
Naruto's
a god.
It's just Luffy, kind of.
No.
The gummy fruit.
He can drown. Naruto don't drown.
Yeah, that's fair. It's fair.
Naruto can literally walk on water.
Well, I mean, who wins in a fight? Starscream or Rainbow Dash? It's Rainbow Dash. It's proven by science.
Well, that's like who wins, Goku or Superman? Sorry, I love both. It's still Superman.
Yeah.
Also, what's another one? Who wins, Dr. Manhattan, One Punch Man? That's the ultimate question.
That one I don't know.
That one I don't know.
Legitimately have no.
No, that's one of who wins, One Punch Man or Superman.
Yeah, I don't know that one either.
Or actually, if it's One Punch Man versus Goku, I'm probably going to give it to One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Because both anime worlds. And One Punch!
One punch.
Not 1 million hours of powering up and then punch.
Yeah. Charging my attack. Okay, Bounty. Chris G. Weeb. J. Webb.
Weeb.
Thank you. Again, I apologize. I am terrible at pronunciation. It seems like I talk a lot on the show. I know that. I read more than I speak. And so I've got an impressive vocabulary that is mangled by my inability to pronounce anything. Okay, so Curtis does this thing where he's really, really good at the small details of characterization.
Yes.
Just really good at building up a world and then using clever dialogue to intuit character motivation and drive. And so he takes all of that and puts it into like a sci-fi world, and it's really cute. It's just really, really fun to read.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to change anybody's life as yet. It's so much fun. It's just so goofy and occasion like that's a good thing to be. Because somebody's life is going to get changed by this. Somebody is going to read this and be like, that is me. That is who I want to be. That is what my life is like. And that's okay. There's a lot of fun stuff in this. My favorite part in the comic is actually they've kidnapped a guy, right? Like they've arrested a criminal and they're bringing him into wherever the thing is.
Mhm.
And they don't really know what he's guilty of. They just really need the money.
Yeah.
And so they're explaining to him that no, it's not business. It's not personal. It's just business. And the guy is like, come and talk to me. Somebody come and talk. And they just walk right by him and then hook themselves into a computer and then show up in a cell as a computer hologram. I don't like this. Just saves us the time of you trying to escape, like grabbing my head and smacking me against the bars and then trying to take the keys. I don't want the headache. And he's like, I wouldn't do that. I have honor. And they're like, yeah, honor is great. You can't eat honor. We're like broke and we need food. And it's cute. It's a lot of fun. I also really like the computer avatar.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Mm-hmm. So you get a lot of interesting stuff, and you get the shades of gray that these people are forced to live in, and it's a lot of fun. Like,
That's a very nice cover.
the artwork inside is also very pretty.
The cool thing about the artist Mindy Lee, she was just someone that Curtis found on DeviantArt.
Cool.
Yeah, and he messaged her, and they decided to do comic together.
That's awesome.
awesome.
That's pretty much what Cam just did for her too.
Yeah.
She's like, I like your stuff. Want to draw Batgirl?
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, really.
Who wouldn't take that opportunity?
No,
Yeah,
can't believe
well,
this is going to be a thing.
I know.
I cannot wait.
I'm really excited.
I don't know why I'm excited, but I am.
I don't even really. I haven't watched wrestling in like over 10 years, but I want to read that comic.
I am an avid wrestling fan. So, Boom is going to do a WWE comic that is Roman Reigns as drawn by Dan Mora, the guy that does Hex and Krampus. And Dan Mora, yeah,
Yeah.
and
So
he's
I love his art so much.
such an incredible artist. And
He draws such sexy guys.
that is,
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but
that's Roman Reigns. He was a member of the Shield.
He does sexy everybody.
Yeah,
Real
really.
sexy men, very
And- oh, yeah.
very pretty ladies.
fucking Lucifer was amazing.
Oh my God. Yes, she was.
He's banging.
I've seen his
Yeah.
his banner he does for his own Batman designs
Yeah.
on his Instagram. I'm in love with it. I want him to draw. I don't want him to do an in-universe Batman book. I want him to do his own. I want someone to hire him to write or to draw, maybe he can write too. Why not? I want him to do his own like Batman. I want someone to get a Batman take and have Dan Mora draw.
I want to see how Dan Mora draws Finn Balor. I don't know
I
if you
just
guys know
want
who
Dan
Finn
Mora
Balor
to
is.
draw everyone.
Yes,
Okay,
very much.
I want to show you Finn Balor just quickly.
Dan Mora is Jason Todd.
That would be very sexy, Jason Todd.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Finn Balor is
Nightwing.
this cute little Irish
I think Dan Mora drew Dick Grayson, but the internet would literally explode.
is this cute little Irish wrestler who sort of like came to notoriety in Japan, and is actually a very, very handsome kid who plays with Legos and goes to cons and rides like bicycles, and it's just adorable.
Mhm.
And then every now and again, his gimmick is that there is a demon inside of him, and he
Okay.
comes to the ring like that.
All right. That's cool.
And he wrestles a style that is completely unlike. He looks like the Venom symbiote by way of hell.
Yeah.
And it comes to the ring, like his entrance when he is demon style is always like just a showman thing. When they were in London, he came out and did like the demon as Jack the Ripper. They did a thing in Dallas, and he came out with a chainsaw. He's amazing and incredible in the ring, so I'm curious to see what Dan Mora does with it. But that is not the comic we are here to talk about. That is not the last comic that we are going to discuss tonight.
This is the last comic.
It is. We're all tired.
Me too. I'm really tired.
The comic is The Woods.
The Woods.
And oh my god.
Aaron's message after reading it was just
Just screaming. I consider myself a relatively intelligent person. I consider myself to have a fairly decent vocabulary as these things go. But yeah, just screaming forever. Oh my God, why? Okay, so the Woods is high school. The entire high school is transported to an alien world.
Yeah.
And they have no idea why, and we haven't seen anything from back home since then. It's been 2 years that this comic has been going, and it's 2 years that has passed in the time frame of the comic as well.
This is the start of the 3rd year now.
Yeah. So we go back. We go back to Earth, and we see the fallout. We see exactly how damaged everybody is, and how nobody has any idea of what happened. They've just left the empty crater where the high school just vanished from.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That is beautiful.
Oh, the artwork in this is outstanding and has been right from the get-go. Like, this is beautiful. Just the shot of the morning. So the government apparently, like, I have no idea what to make of this. They're like, it was a gas explosion. It's like, well, where's the wreckage?
Yeah, that makes
Nobody has
sense.
any idea what's going on. And only one of the parents was willing to be like, we don't know what's going on here on TV. And of course, the TV crews are trying to milk it.
Mm-hmm.
So they're constantly looking for like the human interest story of let's make these people look stupid and terrible because we don't really do news anymore.
Yeah.
Because the news, okay, that's a whole political discussion. I'm going to try to avoid that.
That's a whole other video.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That
Probably
is
not for comic book.
No, not for Nerdcouverite.
Yeah.
No. What we get here is the beginning of the end. And
It's the last year.
it's so
10 more issues.
so pretty and so heartbreaking. So Jenna and I were big fans of the Adrian Roth character, and he died at the end of the first arc.
Yeah, much to my displeasure.
Oh yeah, no, we were both heartbroken for that guy, and getting his backstory and everything, and just like
Making him slightly more likable.
Mm-hmm. Well, now that he's dead, he's slightly more likable.
Yes.
And it actually says that in the comic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they really do a good job of setting up exactly how much damage has been done to not only the characters we've been following, but everybody around them. We really feel the sense of loss that everybody has suffered through not only the events that have happened on this world, but just their absence in ours. And oh my God, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see where this goes. We were talking about how sad we are for Karen, and just how broken all of these people are.
That's my writing right there.
Which one? You always. What does it say?
I can't remember what I wrote. Something about you always knew how to make me smile when things were tough. I want to see. Because stupid James Tynan always kills my favorite characters.
Forever.
I know. But yeah, they did this thing where like you could tweet if you tweet a picture of your farewell message to a certain character that I won't spoil.
I already did.
And then, oh, did you?
Yeah, I already said it was called her.
Oh, well, anyways, you could write a farewell message and then they transpose it into the tombstone.
Yeah,
panel.
generally speaking, I won't spoil this month, but I will happily spoil last month.
Mhm.
And yeah, I don't want to spoil that ending.
I'm kind of serious, so I don't know what that means.
Oh my,
But it looks pretty crazy.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have no idea how the world they've been transported to works.
Yeah.
And the only one that seemed to have any idea
Was Adrian.
was Adrian. Yeah, was
So
Adrian.
like basically,
And then he died.
was it a week after, maybe a little bit longer, but like he figured out how to get home like right away, and then
And he didn't really want to, but
yeah,
it's like, okay, well, we should probably go home.
yeah, and then people didn't trust him, and then a certain person ended up killing him, and basically Adrian's best friend, Isaac, was just like, you idiot. Like, that was our only chance of getting home. And then 2 years later, it's just like, oh, we're probably figuring out what Adrian figured out in like 10 days.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's so good. This comic is so incredibly good and so incredibly well written and so incredibly well drawn.
All of the characters are just so good.
Like we were talking about like the number one pick of the week, and I was like, The Woods.
Mhm.
And if not The Woods, then like Alters or whatever it was. Like Alters was in that list. But The Woods. Any comic that can reduce me to just screaming glee and dread at the same time is a comic that people should be reading.
I think it's just pretty much been The Woods and Hex that have reduced us to screaming messes.
Yeah. Both Boom titles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Boom, when Boom is good, Boom is great.
Really good. Yeah.
Like, it's not just good.
I noticed you guys bought a comic recently, and I was just screaming about it, but in a good way. I feel like there was one.
Yeah, I think you did.
It was a DC.
It was DC. Was it Redhead?
Yes.
The Redhead,
Yeah,
yeah.
It was Redhead.
We were all
Because that
really,
was shockingly good.
that was amazing.
Like the strongest debut.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's 11:30.
Yeah.
So
Not gonna lie.
we need to
Yeah.
go to bed. But Aaron and I think we'll be doing a Woods special.
Yeah.
So
We should.
we'll cover
All of
issues
it.
1 to 25 so far.
Done. I'd be happy to. We still need to do
Yes,
that.
and Aaron and I are doing the combined top 10 Batman, which I'll actually correct myself that my Where to Start Batman video is probably going to be postponed in a while and now turned into this because I'm in school now and I'm very,
Busy.
very busy. And
Yeah.
it's been one day.
Oh, I know that feeling. And then those two are going to review my book.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting because I guess I'm going to have to go somewhere else in my home. Will you guys record?
Oh, we can always record elsewhere and then
Yeah,
just
okay.
upload it.
All right.
We don't need to live stream it. So,
Sure, I can record it somewhere else.
alrighty. So thanks so much for watching, and
We'll see you next
see
week.
you when we're a little bit more awake.
Oh, God,
Maybe
coffee.
less tangent-y.
Coffee. I'm never less tangenty.
That's true.
That is true.
All right. Well,
All right.
you know where to find us.
Yes.
On Facebook.
On Twitter.
Twitter at Nerdcouver. Instagram at Nerdcouver.
Yeah.
Last Swan with 2 N's. Noah Vanderwolf. Nate Mays. Batman tattoo. I'm ready to go to sleep.
Silver tattoo.
I have no
Where
tattoos,
is-
but I am wearing a retro shirt.
There we go. That's where our logos come in. 'Cause I'm not allowed to wear logos anymore.
You're not?
Or
Because you're an actor.
Yes.
Yeah. No actor. Yeah, it's
I'm not
true.
sponsored.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
I'm actually like, it's 30th anniversary of Metroid, and Nintendo actually just hit the best game in the series with the DMCA.
Yeah, I heard of it.
Yeah, it's really, really frustrating.
All right, we're gonna go to bed now.
Yeah.
Well, you two are. I have to write.
I want to write, but I also want sleep.
School tomorrow.
Okay.
Actually, I gotta go monologue hunting too. That's another thing I gotta do.
I've got a couple of monologues for you. I'm also going to be doing a comedy debate show tomorrow at the Planetarium in Vancouver. Jenna's waving. I feel we should join her.
Goodbye.
Thanks for watching. Link, comment, and subscribe.
Let us know what you picked up for comics this week.
Yes.
Bye.